Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, August 13th, 2020 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I expand myself through the energy of love. And we do want to be doing that today. We reach the peak of our Mars-Pluto square and we can throw some Eris in to boot. I actually want to go there, and I've said this before, but it's really important to reiterate this. So it can be really easy to blame the planets. Be like, oh, this is happening because Mercury's retrograde, or this is happening because Pluto. This is happening because Eris is conjunct Mars square Pluto. Eris is a dwarf planet, not actually an asteroid, a dwarf planet. Eris is the goddess of strife and discord. So obviously in our world right now we are all facing a lot of strife, discord. There's a lot of change and stuff in the air. Really easy to blame the planets. And yet we are all conscious and subconscious creators of our world, creators of this reality. Now again, it can be really easy to be like, there's discord and it's going to be this way because Mars and Eris. And yet, to me, when the planets show up in these forms, it's like a reminder to check ourselves. So, if you are experiencing discord, if you are really tuned in to any discord out there, where is that meaning, matching, pointing at a vibration, pointing at some energy within you? Whether the discord is a call to action, or that discord is something that needs to be addressed in you. If you are feeling this energy in a discordant way, rather than blaming that Eris energy, tune it back to you. What is this lesson in here for you? This is how we use the astro. This is how we grow and evolve and shift through these energies. And of course, take your moment of like, this is frustrating, this is annoying, Eris, blah, do the thing. But then bring it back around to that responsibility and see how you are being called to take that action. It's one of the lessons of Mars energy. How are you being called to be actionable? This is actually one of the positives in this Mars-Pluto square. Even though it's so volatile, Mars is like, okay, how can I be actionable in this? Where am I being drawn to take that action? How am I being called to address this discord? And Pluto in its highest and best is like, hey, you have an opportunity for empowerment right here. How are you going to take that action for empowerment? You may get stuck a little bit. There may be some resistance, whether it's in you or outside of you, and that could be frustrating. And yet through this, there is the power to take these steps, especially if you don't get stuck in those swirling, whirling whirlpools that suck us out of our power. So do keep that in mind in and through this energy. Now, we reach the peak very early in the morning. It's like 12 something in the morning. 12:14 a.m. Pacific time, we reach the peak of this square, and yet we're going to be feeling it through the day. We are going to be feeling this Eris energy through the day. Again, Eris representing strife and discord. But we're not blaming the goddess and we're not blaming the planet. If you are experiencing that, how do you bring it back? And again, one of the things I always like to look at too, what is the lesson for you in this? Because if you can address that, a lot of times there are major shifts that can be felt and dealt with in this. I want to remind you, we still have this yod going on. If you are a yod bearer, you may be feeling that. Poor Joe has a yod, and he has been feeling, what word would you use? Heavy. Confused.
Externally, but internally there's like this story. Something's happening and you don't exactly know what it is.
Internally, something's happening, you don't really know what's going on. So if you are a yod bearer, you may be feeling a little off as you move through this energy as well. The confusion's really good. That's part of that Neptune energy. And yet the Neptune energy in Pisces is reminding us we don't have to know. There is that element of trust. And if you can keep feeding that energy into the love, into the inner child, into your expression, into your creativity, surrendering into that, that will support you through that yachty process. And again, our energy mantra, to expand through love. This is the message for all of us, but especially if you're feeling this yacht energy. Let's talk about the rest of the day and the rest of the energies. Moon in Gemini. Moon in Gemini is making connections. I swear with the moon in Gemini today, my phone has not stopped ringing, and I've had so many messages from people and emails. So there's definitely a lot of connection feeling with this moon in Gemini energy. So that's going to be ongoing. Again, be very aware of, I don't want to call it the duality energy, but both sides of the stick in and through this. Again, especially even if you're feeling, going back to that Eris energy, the discord, frustration, any anger, what is the reason behind that? A lot of times there is a call to action behind those energies. Not without consulting your yin, but be aware of that energy trying to support you into that next level, into the next level, and into the lesson. Okay, so Moon in Gemini is connecting to Mercury in Leo, so strong creative energies pulling at us through this. And it's also connecting to Neptune. Okay, so that may add into the confusion a little bit. Actually, that also adds into our, looking at the chart, I'm like, Moon in Gemini. Moon in Gemini squaring Neptune. I was looking at Mercury squaring Neptune. I'm like, no, Mercury isn't squaring Neptune. I don't understand. Yeah. Moon in Gemini squaring Neptune can add to the confusion. It can add to that foggy energy, the confusion, just like I had right here. See, it's happening live. The not knowing where to turn, not knowing where to believe, or what to believe. Again, there's so many chords of, there's a lot of agendas out there, there's a lot of different motivations out there, there's a lot of different stories going on out there, and what I keep saying is I find a lot of pieces of truth, little snippets of truth in all of the things, but none of them have the full story, and you have to keep tuning into your discernment. And personally, I shy away from the herd movements because it's really easy to get caught up in somebody else's energetic lessons in that. Keep feeling into your individuality. Keep feeling into what is true for you. Keep feeling into what stirs you. And again, if it does, what is the action you as an individual are called to take, not what you're being instructed to do. What is your directive in this? What is true for you? That's really, really important in and through this. So again, it may get confusing, but dropping in, you can find the truth. So we're finding ourselves in surrender. I do have some discord cards. I have sorrow and fighting. These are both strong mental energies. Strong mental energies blending with some strong emotional energies. This is like even through the emotion, just keep moving, just keep swimming, just keep going forward, just keep traveling, just keep expanding in yourself. There are lessons through this. This won't last. This Astro's it's a challenge. It's a pain in the butt. It's not fun to feel this way, and yet it's moving through, and it's moving a lot of stuff in us. Be aware. Bring awareness to the stuff that it's bringing to the surface, because this is a major healing portal to move through. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me by emailing me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.